Did you know that one of the most powerful leaders of ancient Egypt had begun his life's journey as a slave? This is the incredible story of Joseph. In this video, we will delve into Joseph's remarkable journey. He was once a young man who was sold into slavery by his brothers, but through his strong faith and extraordinary wisdom, he eventually became the prime minister of Egypt and took control of the destiny of an entire nation. Joseph's story begins with a profound betrayal. As Jacob's most beloved son, Joseph was given a colored garment that symbolized his father's love, which made his brothers jealous. Joseph also had several dreams that foretold his future supremacy over his brothers, which fueled their resentment. Finally, the brothers hatched a plot, and on an ordinary day they lured Joseph out into the wilderness, pushed him into a deep pit while he was still unaware, and then coldly decided to sell him to a passing Ishmaelite merchant. Joseph was henceforth taken to faraway Egypt and began his miserable life as a slave. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, Pharaoh's chief guard. Despite his slavery, Joseph did not lose faith and hope. He won Potiphar's trust with his honesty and hard work ethic, and was soon promoted to the position of chief steward over the entire household. With Joseph's wisdom and loyalty, Potiphar's family prospered, and it seemed as if everything was looking up. However, a new challenge came once again. Potiphar's wife, who had fallen in love with the handsome Joseph, repeatedly tried to seduce him, but Joseph steadfastly refused. Joseph knew that betraying his master was not only a violation of his faith, but also a betrayal of Potiphar's trust. However, Potiphar's wife refused to relent. Enraged at her rejection, she fabricated lies and accused Joseph of trying to violate her. Faced with unfounded accusations, Joseph was powerless to defend himself and could only watch as he was thrown into prison once again. While in prison, Joseph's fate seems to fall apart completely. But even so, Joseph maintained his faith in God and his hope for the future. His wisdom and ability to interpret dreams once again earned him respect. When the Pharaoh's wine governor and the head waiter were detained in the same prison, Joseph interpreted their respective dreams and accurately predicted their fates. The wine governor would be reinstated, while the head waiter would be put to death. Joseph's prophecy proved to be fully realized. 2 years later, Pharaoh himself was plagued by a series of confusing dreams. In the dream, he saw 7 fat oxen being devoured by 7 skinny oxen, and 7 ears of full wheat being devoured by 7 ears of parched wheat. Pharaoh searched uneasily for an explanation, but all the wise men under him were unable to unravel the meaning of these dreams. Just then, the wine ruler who had had his dreams accurately interpreted by Joseph recalled having met Joseph in prison and recommended him to Pharaoh. Pharaoh immediately summoned Joseph from prison. After years of hard living, Joseph's composure and wisdom were no longer the same as then. He calmly interpreted Pharaoh's dream and predicted that Egypt would experience 7 years of abundant harvest, followed by 7 years of great famine. Joseph also came up with a bold plan to stockpile grain in the years of plenty in order to cope with future famines. This plan was so appreciated by Pharaoh that he appointed Joseph as Egypt's prime minister to manage the grain reserves and distribution throughout the country. With the onset of the famine, Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt out of hunger to seek help from the minister who held the fate of the nation in his hands. Years had passed and they could not recognize the powerful minister as their brother who had been sold into slavery. They fall to their knees before Joseph and beg for food, not realizing that this begging will unlock dark memories of their past. Joseph's heart is filled with complex emotions when facing these brothers who once pushed him into the abyss. At this moment, he has absolute power and can easily take revenge on them and even make them pay for their betrayal. However, Joseph chose another path: forgiveness. Joseph set up a test to find out if the brothers had changed. When he saw how loving and protective they were of their youngest brother Benjamin, he realized that they too had grown in remorse and atonement over the years. So Joseph revealed his true identity in front of the brothers. The brothers were horrified and fell to their knees begging for forgiveness. But instead of chastising them, Joseph dissolved this deeply buried hatred with tears and forgiveness. Joseph's journey from slave to prime minister not only demonstrates his extraordinary wisdom and leadership skills, but is also a profound parable of forgiveness and redemption. He teaches us that even in the face of the deepest betrayal and pain, faith and integrity can be immensely powerful. And by choosing to forgive, we not only liberate others, we liberate ourselves and bring hope and peace to the future. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to check out our other videos about biblical characters and their incredible life lessons, and let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring historical stories.